Tycoon was racing down the street in a $20 million sports car. Immediately after that, he was caught up by a motorcycle of a police rider. The cop said, "Pull over, stop the car." Gatsby saw this and then showed the cop his business card. When the policeman saw the identity information on the card, he immediately became very respectful.
Right you are! I'll know you next time, Mr. Gatsby! Excuse me!
Thank you. One of your old Oxford pals? Well, I was able to do the commissioner a favor once. Sends me a Christmas card every year.
As soon as Nick heard it, he immediately realized that it was just a humble remark by Gatsby. Gatsby, on the other hand, took the opportunity to make up his own story to Nick. He told Nick that he had studied at Oxford University. All that wealth was just a history of ancient inheritance, all of which suggested to Nick that Gatsby had an indelible aristocratic pedigree. With Gatsby as his guide, Nick was then introduced to a different world of plutocracy. Political bosses, the rich and powerful, mobsters, all gathered at this underground club. All of them threw off the shackles of the traditional upper-class society and indulged in their own joys and sorrows. Although Gatsby knew that Daisy was married and had a daughter. But still, to make up for his regrets, he spent a fortune on a lavish castle across the river from Daisy's house. He threw free, lavish parties every weekend in hopes of winning Daisy's favor. When Gatsby found out that Nick was willing to invite Daisy as his guest, Gatsby hired a team of top-notch housekeepers to lavishly remodel Nick's house. Dendrobium orchids and Phalaenopsis orchids were used to create a flower room for Daisy. And the language of the two flowers is the protection of love. Daisy was in the throes of her husband's infidelity. Gatsby was the only one who had been devoted to Daisy for 5 years. That's why Daisy was so thrilled when he showed up.
I'm certainly glad to see you again.
Hi. I'm certainly glad to see you as well.
Although Daisy feigned sadness and showed regret and affection for Gatsby, Gatsby knows nothing about women's ways. He only thought that Daisy, like himself, was only obsessed with pursuing the love of her life. Unbeknownst to him, Daisy is only seeking a brief moment of indulgence to avenge her husband's infidelity.